very interesting piece we have for you right now, and with the deep dive that we bring to you from our research team. Since June, the market has been by and large volatile. The benchmark has returned a little over 2% during this period. In such scenarios, it becomes important to look at what promoters of companies are doing with their holdings. Soumeet is here with that data.
Yes, given the fact that there's market volatility, we are bringing you this data where what insiders, that are promoters, have done with their shares. They also buy from open market, they sell in open market. So we have compiled that data and brought to you the top 5 companies where insiders, that is promoters, have been buying shares from the open market. Firstly, in the month of September so far, that is for the first 16 days of the month, Indus Towers, around 487 crore shares, 487 crore value of shares has been bought by its promoter Bharti Airtel, which is nearly 0.5% of the market capitalization. In Jindal Stainless, 113 crore worth of shares, 0.2% of the equity. In Paisalo Digital, in the first 15 days of the month, the promoters have bought shares worth nearly 82 crore rupees, which is nearly 2.4% of the equity. In Vidal Corp and Tourism Finance, promoters have bought close to 56 to 66 crore worth of shares, which is nearly 1.7 to 2% of the equity in the first 16 days of the month. Now, on the flip side, Voltam Transformers, a big block deal happened. Promoters sold close to 600 crore worth of shares, that is nearly 8.1% of the equity. In Aditya Vision, in the open market, the promoter has sold close to 346 crore worth of equity shares, which is nearly 5.3% of the equity. In Dr. Lal Pathlab, Safari Industries and Sigachi Industries, promoters have sold shares anywhere between 27 to 133 crore, which is nearly 0.4 to 1.6% of the equity. Now, so far in this calendar year, that is 2025, that is in the first 8.5 months of the year, net insider purchases stood at close to 3,860 crore rupees. The top 5 of them, firstly JSPL, 997 crore worth of equity is what the promoter has bought, nearly 0.9% of the equity. Indus Towers, 708 crore, 0.8% of the equity. In Jindal Stainless, 350 crore of equity is what the promoter has bought so far in 2025, 0.6% of the equity. In Tourism Finance Corp, the promoters and the directors have bought 161 crore rupees of equity, which is nearly 4.8% of the equity. And in Paisalo Digital, 126 crore is the total buy value, which is nearly 3.6% of the equity. On the flip side, if you look at, it's Bajaj Finance, where there was a big block deal that happened. Promoters sold close to 5,500 crore worth of equity, around 1.7%. Authum Investment, 2,473 crore worth of shares were sold, 4.4% of the equity. In JB Chemical, 6.2% of the equity have been sold by the promoter so far. In Apollo Hospital, 1,479, and in ZF Commercial Vehicle, around 792 crore, which is nearly 3% of the equity. And so far in 2025, promoters have sold shares worth nearly 25,500 crore in open market.